Hello, Mr. G here. Today's is Monday, what is it? November the 5th. And today's topic is about ranting and or mock trials. We haven't gotten to the point where we can do mock trials yet, but so I'm going to rant about something today. Actually, I might rant about several things. And might say, oh, I'll bet you're going to rant about Biden. No, 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 no. Why should I? Everybody jumps on the poor guy. So I ain't ranting about him. How about inflation? No, I don't rant about that. There's plenty of people complaining about that. How about the price of gas? No, none of this stuff that they're current ranting. I'm going to rant about something nobody else is talking about because nobody gives a shit. And that is senior citizens and veterans, of which I am both. And by the way, I'm wearing the Texas shirt, the Texas hat, in honor of my brother RP, who is also a veteran and a senior citizen. He got treated by the VA like a piece of, excuse my French, shit. I've been treated by the VA like a piece of shit. Although they did help me when I was homeless. So I can't complain about the veterans in that regard. But for the most part, veterans. Let's talk about veterans first. Do you know that average of 22 veterans every day commit suicide? Suicide. Does that tell you that they're being taken care of by our government? Hell no. Why would somebody kill themselves if they felt like they were being cared for by the people that put them in the place that they got their PTSD or whatever? Not our government. No, 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 no. And I'll tell you another story. Back during the Vietnam War, my sister's first husband, Paul Hankel, volunteered for the Marine Corps. The man was 6'5.5", 220. He was a brilliant athlete. As a matter of fact, when he went to Paris Island for basic training, he was so good at the baton, they kept him there as an instructor, because he could beat the living crap out of anybody. Well, guess what happened to poor Paul? He served 4 years in the Marine Corps, changed his life. He turned into being a really decent human being. Well, as life would have it, when he was only 25 years old, he was diagnosed with lymphocytoma. Do you know what lymphocytoma is? It's cancer of the lymph nodes. There is no cure. You get blood clots all over your body. I watched this man at the VA hospital in Cleveland, Ohio, fight this disease for 8 months before he finally succumbed to it. When he died, he was down to 137 pounds. Man, 6'5", 137 pounds. It was the worst death I ever witnessed in my life. And now, there's a lawsuit against Camp Lejeune at Paris Island, which is where he served. And I hope his sister, Pika, files a claim against the government for him. My sister died, unfortunately, so she can't claim anything for them. I tried, but I'm not a blood relative, so I can't do it either. But I'm praying that his sister is able to get some compensation for his death, because I believe his cancer was caused by the water at Camp Lejeune. I know it's a sad story, but it's an example of how the VA... Oh, the thing I want to say about the VA, every time I went into that hospital, there would be puke on the wall, shit on the floor, and this man is dying of a disease when his immune system was zero. He could catch anything, and yet he was living in this hellhole. Anyway, that's enough ranting about the VA. They have gotten better, but I wouldn't want to entrust my life to the VA. I've been to the VA hospital in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'll tell you what, if you want to feel If you feel sorry for yourself, go there and see what other people have to deal with. Then you'll appreciate what you have instead of complaining about what you don't have. So stop complaining about what you don't have and start appreciating what you do have. Now, brings me to senior citizens. Do you know I've been collecting social insecurity, because I'll call it social insecurity, because it is insecure, for 13 years now. In those 13 years, I've gotten a $50 raise. Not even enough to cover the cost of inflation, enough to buy one meal at a decent restaurant a month. But oh, hey, guess what? Next year, we're getting a big raise. What did they say, 8.9%? Yeah, I believe that. Like I believe I got a hole in my head right here. Well, actually, I do. It's called my earlobe. Not my earlobe, my ear. The hole in your ear. We got two holes in your ear, two holes in your nose, one big hole in your mouth. Anyway, I'll believe that when I see it in my payment. I'll bet you any money, and I'll come back here in January when I get my first payment for 2023 and let you know. But I don't believe I'm going to get a lousy dime. Not one dime more than I did before. We'll see. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt this time. But Social InSecurity is going to get the full ear ire of Mr. G when 2023 comes around and I don't get my raise. You hear me? Alright, that's enough complaining for today. You gotta admit, those two agencies deserve our complaint. So next time you're by a veteran hospital or you see a veteran on the street, thank them for their service and give them something. I don't care what it is. A handshake, a hug, $10, whatever. Treat your veterans better than the government does. Okay? And when you see a senior citizen at a grocery store or something, pick up their bill sometimes. I've done that. You know what? It made me feel good. I can afford to lose that money, even though I got a tight budget every month. Here's my my list of things you ought to do all the time. And one of them is random acts of kindness. We need more random acts of kindness, don't we? Sure do. Well, thank you for listening. I appreciate you all very much, and I hope you subscribe to InFinnity, the InFinnity channel, because I'll be here. I'm going to try to be here every day, doing my thing. Tomorrow we're going to do laughing and comedy again. How's that? I'll be laughing my ass off. Well, actually, I don't have an ass to laugh off because it's been gone for a long time. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and God bless you all. Good night.